Hey everybody, welcome to another Looney Tunes Critic commentary. I'm Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes Critic, and of course, I'm joined once again with my good friend Sean McBee, the video wrangler, and also my best friend and Looney Tunes aficionado as well, fellow Looney Tunes aficionado.
Hello.
We are huge Chuck fans, Chuck Jones fans.
He's a very good, close personal friend of ours because we talked to him on the phone once.
It was really cool. We got to meet him over the phone with another great cartoonist, Mike Peters, who draws Mother Goose and Grimm. And I think we saw some drawings from this cartoon at Mike's house, didn't we? Or were they the paintings that he did?
Yeah, he didn't have any original stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, anyway, I'm a liar. This is one of those standalone cartoons that Chuck did. I mean, he did try to sequelize it in, what year was it? Another Froggy Evening?
You know, any of that later stuff just doesn't count.
It's so, yeah. And we wanted to like it.
You know, after his art style turned to shit.
Oh, God, I don't want to talk about it.
But now
I'm going to be eating later.
Here is our introduction to Michigan J. Frog, as he would come to be known. And before he was a modern day minstrel.
Yeah, the WB.
As his WB mascot.
The WB kind of made him a little bit, as Dave Chappelle pointed out. It's like, oh, come on, man. That's the most racist shit ever.
But I will contend that the character is not racist. In this cartoon, there's no racism.
No.
The gag is...
gag
is that he'll only sing in front of this guy who wants to make money off of him. And the songs that are being used...
He doesn't just sing in front of the guy because he's white. It's a far more nefarious reason. Oh, I love that drawing of him sneaking away
with the box under his coat. It looks great.
This cartoon is so it kind of feels like a really well drawn comic book because everything is kind of plays left to right, and the other thing too is, like, I like to on these commentaries I like to identify animators. It's so hard to identify animators with Chuck cartoons because Chuck, like Bob McKimson, was one of the only two directors at Warner's that actually did his own layouts. Yeah. So Chuck was very intent on you seeing his style, and so it's really hard to tell. But what a great style! Yeah, the drawings in this are still amazing. And
it has to be said,
the acting in these fucking drawings is amazing.
Yeah, and it has to be said that has to be amazing. Because this is one of few cartoons from the Warner Brothers stable with no dialogue.
The exception of the songs that he sings. Yeah.
Well, that's singing. That's not dialogue.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
There's no dialogue, but everything is... it really calls back to their silent film influences.
Yep. And one of these songs, I think...
look at that body language.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, see?
There's so much acting going on here now that you don't get to see in animation anymore. Just from the
that
drawings.
Shot right there, all that was animated was the smoke from his cigar.
Yep. One of these songs that he sings, I think it was Michigan Rag, is not an actual show tune. It was actually written by Chuck.
By Mike Maltese, yeah.
Mike Maltese.
Yeah.
Oh, man, look where he's living.
Yeah. Now look at these backgrounds.
Oh, my God.
They're so simple.
This is Maurice LaMarche.
Yeah. Maurice LaMarche's backgrounds were just...
Maurice LaMarche? Maurice Noble.
Maurice Noble. God, yeah, see,
I just did it. The fucking voice of Pinky and the Brain did the background.
Maurice Noble. You said Maurice, and I heard Maurice, and I just followed with you.
We know it's Maurice.
Yeah, I love the way he would just do outlines of stuff in a different color over a background without filling in the colors. No flatting there.
And you feel it too. It's more about what you feel when you see it rather than it being defined.
Yeah, it's a lot more
shading.
Style. Another thing that I never really noticed about this, it's not just that the frog won't sing when other people are around. He won't stop singing when the guy's alone.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's more about driving him mad. It's not just a coincidence that this guy has bad luck that the frog won't sing in front of people. The frog is deliberately torturing him.
Yeah, and there's a clear reason why that frog had been locked in a cornerstone since 1892.
Yes.
I just love the idea that there's an immortal singing frog. That every century comes out and drives some poor sod insane.
To go back to, I know we don't want to talk about it, but just to go back to Another Froggy Evening, that was the one germ of the thing that I liked about it, was that this concept of a frog, an immortal frog that only exists to drive people mad. That I like seeing the idea that he might get to see him in other things.
I
but
love how destitute he looks.
Yeah, but
without even moving. There's no question to me why. I mean, why is this cop mad? Oh,
yeah.
How dare someone sing?
Yeah, that they're up to no good if they're singing opera in the park. And these drawings, they're just so dynamic.
Oh man, perfect.
There's so much about this cartoon.
It's really no wonder at all that this cartoon is named one of the 50 greatest cartoons in history by 1,000 animation professionals.
Nice. I would certainly agree. It is. It's one in a million. That's part of why it's so great. It would be hard to do this as a series because clearly Chuck tried. I mean, I would have liked to have seen a few other cartoons.
Tregowith Brown building?
Like this, like you see at the end, you see the guy in the future. It would have been nice to see a few other cartoons where they had examples, but...
Oh, and it's still the future.
Yeah,
so exactly. we don't have to get disappointed.
This is what it's going to look like in a few years. We're going to have building disintegrators.
I love that.
Yeah, he kind of has a Neutrano one, like a Ghostbusters Neutrano one. And then the same background from the original, because it's just the footage again. The other thing I want to give you credit for is that you got a good version of this, because the early DVD version of this, Michigan looked neon green, because they really pumped it up, and it was pretty bad. But kudos to Sean for making it great again.
Well, I mean, I didn't make the Blu-rays.
No, but you found the good copies. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.